Hold up. Hey, big money, overweight, bitch. Big rock, overweight, bitch. Bad bitch, suck on my dick. Body.
What is good, you guys? Croeso to the Q&A for 500 subscribers. We have made it to 500 subscribers, and now we got our Q&A. So I put a Q&A thing out on Twitter not too long ago, and I said I'd be recording this at 3 PM. It is now 3 PM, and there was a couple of questions, mostly from the AOR League Racing lads, and I got some more questions that were asked on Instagram and Facebook, so I'm going to be answering these questions. Now, I'm going to start with the Twitter questions because I actually saw some of these and I laughed. For those that don't know, yes, I do race in the AOR assisted league for PS4 in season 14, and the league, the season hasn't been going too well for me. I mean, I've had a hell of a lot of incidents where I've been taken out of the race, or where I've been crashed and put towards the back of the grid and can't catch up in time. So yeah, I am the most unluckiest driver in the league, and everyone in the league will actually confirm that. So yes, let's go. They they had a bit of fun by pointing a bit of a stick at me, see what's happening. Jonesy said, what's it like being bottom of the PS4 AOR assisted league? I'm not bottom. I'm not. I'm second to bottom. Second. And let's go. After I corrected him on that, he said you'll change the question. What's it like to be last in the PS4 assist league of the people who've done more than one race? It's an absolute piss take, mate. It is. It is, because every single race there is always something stupid that happens right in front of me that cocks me up. There is. I mean, I'm not even gonna deny it. I mean, there's some stupid shit. I mean, I have missed a couple of races as well. Let's see, I was commentating in Spain, Monaco, and yeah, I was commentating in Spain, Monaco and Belgium, and I missed Canada and Malaysia. So I've missed a quarter of the season altogether once we've reached the end of the season. So I've missed 5 races, and well, every single race this is how it's gone on. I mean, the first race there was a hell of a fucking crash at the start, and then I tried making a move, and that caused another crash, and then tires and that just fucking went off the cliff towards the end of that, and I just kept fucking spinning around, and I could not keep the car straight, and traction control at that point was on full. The car just would not stop sliding around, and there were people coming around to lap me. So I was like, right, I'm gonna retire and stay out of the way of these guys. Let them crack on, do what they're doing. I'm not gonna gain points out of this anyway, so it's all good. I mean, China. Yep, more instance. I got spun around twice. In China. It was unfortunate. Bahrain, I got spun around at the very start, but I was able to fight back to gain 10th place after a penalty was handed out to Portuguese, who finished in 10th place, but he got a penalty, dropped in behind me. So yep, Russia, there was an incident in the first corner, and everyone went off of the first corner. It was the first intermediate conditions. We just all went off, everyone came back on. I was actually taking the race in line, and everyone just kind of came on, and I got a nice little tap, damaged the front wing, went on for an extra lap to see what it'd be like, and I lost too much time. I dove into the pits, came back out, and I was able to have some pretty good battles actually, able to defend against some people, able to have some decent battles, and there was a good battle I had with Ismoli, I think it was at the time, but yeah, the thing that happened with Ismolny was basically I turned in a little bit too early, and I kind of extended the track limits, cut the corner slightly, and I got a 3 second penalty, but I gained too much walking time on that, way too much time. So I thought, you know, that's not fair, I'm gonna lie Ismolny through for that. So that's kind of what happened at Russia. And as I said, Spain, Monaco, I was commentating, I was away for Canada, came back at Baku, and there was a massive clusterfuck in the first corner, the first two corners actually. And you know, it was just damage limitation, which, you know, didn't go too well because my pace was similar to many people around there, so we were just trading lap times back and forth. Now I believe the next race was Austria. Yeah, it was Austria. Austria was a good race. I managed to get 10th in that race as well. You know, once again through Portuguese extending the track limits a bit too much. You know, we caught, you know, we had a couple of seconds penalties, and me, I obey track limits, so no penalties for me, earned me a point. So yeah, that was the first two races that I earned points, and that's all I've earned this season so far. But yeah, Britain, unfortunately, this was the first race with me with manual gears and medium traction control, which, you know, I mean, it was decent. I mean, my qualifying pace, and I felt like I could have set a pretty decent lap, but Punchline swerved in front of me when I was on my flying lap, and we both ended up with grid penalties, and I wasn't able to set a banker lap to go and beat, because that's what I like to do. I like to set one lap and then like to go out and then beat it. You know, I'm not really pushing it on the first lap. The second lap is when I'm pushing it, and unfortunately I wasn't able to do that. You know, because you know, I mean, it was just you know, painful situation. And then obviously I believe Belgium, yep, I was commentating for that. But also, I mean, in the race at the British Grand Prix, it wasn't fucking great. It wasn't. I mean, Britain, there was a lag problem with Timbo, and he was lagging around. He moved twice. You know, he moved to cover the inside first, and then he moved back to the racing line, and I had so much speed on him that, you know, I was kind of like, you know, trying to find a place where I could pass him. But, you know, he was lagging around as well. You know, he moved once and he moved again. He moved once, moved again. What can you do? And then I just put a wheel on the slippery stuff and went for a spin. That was my race over then. Hungary possibly was a track that got away from me, because I had a brilliant start. You know, I went from almost towards the back of the grid up into the top 10. I mean, me and Sway, my McLaren teammate, we were, you know, going through the field now, loving life. We were just, you know, taking these races as we go along, and my internet cut off. And that pretty much fucked me over. And then, you know, Belgium, I was commentating. Italy, I got taken out by Ella, who, you know, Ella just damaged the front wing, doing something stupid. I mean, you know, I had a beautiful dive bomb on Ella into turn 1, and I saw Ella coming back at me for the swooping right-hander at turn 3. I gave Ella the room on the inside, obviously, to, you know, Ella had the pace and I had her nose in it, so I gave Ella the room. And then Ella then decides to think, oh, hang on, this person's not there anymore, so I'm just going to turn into him straight away and damage his front wing and cock him up. And then obviously with the lack of grip and everything, lack of downforce and that, I lost it in a Ascari and binned it into the wall. So yeah, that was fun. And obviously then Singapore got delayed because of the whole issue that PlayStation was having at that point. So the following week was Malaysia, which I did not compete in, and then this Sunday just gone, Singapore. what happened, I can tell you exactly what happened. There was an instant right ahead of me. Portuguese pretty much stopped dead on the apex, and I just went straight into the back of him because he was literally parked on the apex. He literally stopped. It was stupid. And then I had, a red front wing again. Taking the corner, I think I was on the inside of Ismolny again, and tried to go up the inside, but the oversteer, from the damaged front wing was taking me out towards Ismolny, tapped Ismolny. I was holding it, and then another car up the inside, bang, hit me on the other side, and I just spun around, completely went, and then when I went into the pits, I had a tyre glitch on the soft tyres, which meant it was like driving on ice, and it was absolutely disgraceful. But yeah, that is my entire season of AOR at the moment. A lot of incidents have happened, a lot of shit that's gone down, and my McLaren teammate actually asked the question, why do you leave me to do all the work for the team? Hashtag McLaren gang. Well, I don't leave you to do all the work, but I just get taken out of the race and that most of the times. And another driver, Zay, asked what it's like to be taken by Alan Nugget every time you race. Well, to be honest, Alan Nugget hasn't taken me out every single time in the race. Sometimes it's been Portuguese, sometimes it's been Timbo. Sometimes it's been other people who've taken me out, but I can assure you right now, at least I don't bottle it like you. Hey. And then Jonesy asked another question, what is it like knowing Wales will forever be in England's shadow in the world of sport? I'm sorry, but forever in England's shadow? Forever in England's shadow. Right, because I do remember, this is actually going on sport now, right? This is sports right here. I do remember that the 2015, the year England won the Grand Slam, what happened in the game between England and Wales? Oh yes, a linesman made a bullshit call and said the Welsh player was in touch when he clearly wasn't, and that cost us a try scoring opportunity. And then let's move on to the Rugby World Cup in 2015, obviously. And what happened there? Oh yes, England got knocked out of their own World Cup in the group stage, and who was the only British nation flying the flag? Who was it? Was it England? No, it wasn't England. I think it was everyone but England. So yeah, England apparently being the best. The best. Wales are in their shadow. But Wales got further in the Rugby World Cup than you. And you needed a linesman to fuck up Wales' game. But hey, we're going to continue on. Let's have a look what happened in the 2016 Six Nations. Now, that one was so fucking jammy, you can't even fucking believe it. It was a dodgy kick that allowed you to get that last try to win the game. You can't say that you played better than Wales because you didn't. You can't say you deserved the win because you didn't. You can't say that you were, deserving winners because you weren't. You just capitalised on one jammy fucking kick. And because of that, yep, you went on to win. Went on to win the championship, but you didn't win the Grand Slam, did you? No. Then we move on to the Euros in 2016, and right, this is football now. This is soccer for those of you in America or on that side of the world that calls it soccer. This is football for us, but soccer for you guys. Now, European Championships, yes. What happened? Did England get knocked out by Iceland in the first round of the knockout stage? Yes, yes you did. Did Wales make it to the semi-finals on their first ever appearance at the European Championships? Yes, yes we did. So we got further in the Rugby World Cup and the European Championships. Now I don't see that as being in England's shadow. I see that as England being in our shadow. And then we move on to well, what are we moving on to now? Actually, have I gone back 1 year earlier? I think I have gone back 1 year earlier. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it was last year where you got the jammy win against us, and the year before was the linesman fucking shit over, and then the World Cup and everything I got right. I just went 1 year back a little bit further with the Six Nations shit. Anyway, so the first one I was on about, the linesman, was 2016. The second one was 2017 last year, and this year you got away with it again with a bullshit call from an official. I mean, I'm not being funny, right? You can say, oh yeah, but it wouldn't have made a difference. It wouldn't have made a difference. Bull fucking shit. It would have made a fucking difference, because if Wales had had that try awarded, we would have kicked all the penalties that you gave away. I mean, you can look at the penalty stats, right? You gave away double-digit penalties. Wales only gave away 2. So, don't be, acting all big and everything. Wales got screwed again. So we are not in England's shadow. England are jammy bastards who always manage to evade defeat, whether it be through an official or whether it be blind luck. But when it comes to proper big tournaments and that, you're the kings at bottling it. I'm not gonna lie. Every single football championship, every single rugby championship, I mean, England's the biggest team in the UK, of course we're gonna be the best team out of everyone. What fucking happens? You always end up bottling it. So don't come over here saying that we're in your shadow. We're not. You may have won a World Cup and been to the following World Cup championship the following year in the final, even though you lost. But can I ask you something? What have you done in every single competition since then? Right? Since 2008. Shadow, what are you doing, dog? Since 2008, right? World Cup 2010. You got knocked out in the group stage of the Football World Cup. The 2011 Rugby World Cup, Wales was in the semi-finals. Where was you? You weren't there. 2014, I believe once again you got knocked out in the group stages. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I know you got knocked out kind of early. And I started singing the song of 50 years of hurt. You can see it on the score sheet. You're going home. You're going home with nothing. England's going home. Yes, I started singing that. So yeah, and then 2015 you got knocked out in the group stage of the Rugby World Cup. 2016 European Championships, you got knocked out by Iceland of all teams. And then, well, we got the Rugby World Cup next year, and we got the Football World Cup this year. And I can guarantee there's all going to be this hype about England going to win it, they're going to win it, they're going to win it. Bullshit, you're going to get knocked out early again. So don't say that we're in your shadow, you're the ultimate bottle jobs. That's what I got to say about that. Rant over about England versus Wales when it comes to sporting events. Now, we move on now to the Instagram questions. Instagram questions now. Right. Question number 1. Are you single? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I am single. Question 2. What is your job? I don't particularly have one. I'm not gonna bullshit now. I don't have an employer or anything right now. All I do at the moment is work occasionally through working agencies and work occasionally on the weekend with my older brother. That is literally, the only kind of work that I do, because the jobs out here are fucking bullshit. I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, the way they look at people for employment and everything is bullshit. If you had to change one thing about your YouTube career, what would it be and why? Right, one thing about the YouTube career. Well, I'm not gonna lie, if I could change one thing, it would be when I started. Because honestly, I've been a fan of reaction channels now since 2014. At that point I was still in college, so I wasn't going to do it when I was in college, but 2050 was when the reaction channels and everything, it started to blow up for many YouTubers. I would have liked to have started the channel back then. Obviously I would have continued with what I'm doing now. I would have transcended into a bit of gaming every now and again. I would have transcended to doing different things. The podcast may have started a lot earlier. I mean, it would have been a different time, and it probably would have been a better time to start YouTube, because when I started 2016, I mean, there was a lot of issues going on with YouTubers and YouTube, and I mean, we got some issues now on YouTube, and some shit now that's gone on. I ain't gonna fucking comment on that, but you know what the issues I'm on about. It kind of fucks shit up for everyone else, but it is what it is now. Allow me to move on to the Facebook questions. Right. What made you decide to make a channel? Well, what made me decide was my love of reaction channels and everything. That's what made me decide to make this channel anyway. But I made a channel years ago, back when I was trying to be a rapper, and you may have seen the little cipher and everything I jumped on. Viper M was my hip hop name back in the day, and I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't bad, but I wasn't great. So I mean, I didn't see no future in rapping for me, but maybe if I'm feeling a beat and that, maybe I'll jump on there, spit a couple of bars, it's all good. But what made me make this channel was just the love of reacting, and not just that. It focused me. It made me want to do something, because when you're unemployed and that, and you're just getting rejected for every single job you apply for because you either haven't got experience, or it's the wrong type of field for you. I mean, it's easy to lose motivation, it's easy to lose focus and everything. So I created the YouTube channel to help with that, because every single rejection that I get for jobs, I can go, oh no, why didn't I have this job? I could be really like that, or I could be right, okay, right, so that job failed, but there's a new trailer out by here, so I'm gonna react to this and I'm gonna refocus my mind. That's kind of why I started the channel, and that keep me focused on something. And what is the airspeed velocity of a swallow? Too many jokes. Too many jokes. I mean, I could sit here all day, right, and just spout off jokes and everything, but honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, I mean, that was all the questions that was asked of me, and yeah, I mean, I can answer a few more general questions about me. I mean, how old am I? I'm 24. When am I going to be 25? In June. What's it like being almost 25? It sucks. You can't drink like you used to anymore. You know, it's all going downhill now. You have a couple of cans, you wipe your own bloody memory. Right. Let me just think about some more questions and No, I can't think of any more. I can't think of any more. I mean, right. Who do I want to win the Six Nations? Right. I still want Wales to win it, but you know, if Wales don't win it, then I want Ireland to win it. You know, just as long as it's not England, because England do not deserve it. They don't. Sorry, they don't. I mean, I'd say Italy deserve it more than England. I'm only joking. I mean, Italy don't deserve it more than England. Italy don't even deserve to be in the Six Nations anymore. But actually, they're showing some good form right now. I'm not gonna lie. Occasionally, for like a couple of minutes. Yeah, but yeah, right. Longest relationship you've ever had? Longest relationship I've had has only been like 3 months now. You know, I don't get into relationships for too long. Might be something about me, but you know, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah. What did I do on Valentine's Day? I drunk. I drunk tinnies. Right. What other questions? What other questions could I answer? You know. Because I'm just thinking of random questions right now. You know, just random questions, and I can't think of any of them anymore. So what I'm gonna do right now, I am gonna end the video. Thank you guys for helping me, you know, reach 500 subscribers. Every single one of you are absolute legends, and it's because of you guys that I'm still here doing this on the channel. And I hope that we can continue to grow, continue to push forward more positivity, and hopefully 2018 will be a good year for you guys, for me, for everyone, even for my dog there, just lying on the bed, even though I've told her to get off my bed about 5 times. Yeah. Anyway, I've been Mike. You've been watching Ivor Reacts. If you guys are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you guys want to check me out on my social media, because maybe next time I do a Q&A, your guys' questions might crop up. I mean, check out the social media and that: Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook. I got Discord as well. You guys can also head over to twitch.tv/Ivor Reacts for my streams, because I've been streaming a lot more on Twitch recently. And yes, we can press on and we can do some more things in the future. So I've been Mike, you've been watching Ivor Reacts. I shall catch you in the next video. Lego.